Hello, welcome. Today I'm using the 4 really basic ingredients you see here to create a creamy decadent creme brulee. This luxurious dessert is great for date night, Valentine's Day, or anytime you want to treat yourself.
To start off, you're going to want to separate your eggs. This recipe calls for 3 egg yolks, and so I separate them by passing the yolk back and forth in the shell until I have my yolks separated from my whites, and then I just save the whites for my breakfast in the morning. And yes, I did catch that little bit of eggshell that made it into the white and just removed it. Next, in a larger bowl, you're going to want to add your egg yolks and whisk them up a bit till the yolks are broken down and creamy. And then you're going to add in a 1/2 cup of sugar and combine those ingredients until the sugar is incorporated into the egg mix. Next, you're going to add 2 cups of heavy whipping cream to your egg mixture until the egg, sugar, and cream mixture is all incorporated together. Finally, add in 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract and combine. Now you're going to strain your mixture to get out any clumps. You could skip this step, but doing it will help the texture of your creme brulee be creamier and more consistent. Now it's time to pour your mixture into ramekins. This mixture will make approximately 6 creme brulees. And stay tuned later in this video. If you don't have ramekins or enough ramekins, I'm going to show you some things I have used as alternatives. Once you have your ramekins in a baking dish in your preheated oven, you're going to want to add some hot water to the pan until it comes about halfway up the ramekins. And I forgot to mention, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 325. And while that's baking for another 45 minutes to an hour, I thought I'd show you some of the alternative ramekins I've used. I've used silicone cupcake liners, larger ramekins, pie dishes, and I've made my own parchment paper ramekins. If you're interested in more about how to make the parchment ones, please leave me a comment below and I'll see if I can put out another video on that. Once your creme brulee is done in the oven, about, like I said, 45 minutes to 60 minutes should do the trick. You're going to want to make sure they're firm on the outside and still a little bit jiggly in the center. And then from there, you're just going to remove the ramekins and let them cool on the counter a minute or two, and then put them in the refrigerator probably about 3 hours to overnight to set. And I just wanted to mention, if you are using the parchment ramekin, you're going to want to skip the water bath part and bake it at 250 for about an hour. The next morning, I preheated the oven to the high setting of broil and sprinkled about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of white sugar on the top of each one, and then watched to see that the sugar started to melt. When it starts browning, the sugar is caramelized and you can take it out of the oven. You'll want to watch the sugar closely so it doesn't burn too much. And also, if your custard loosens from the hot oven, you'll want to place your ramekins back in the refrigerator so that the custard can reset. And if you're looking for alternative ways to create the crunchy, delicious creme brulee top without a torch, please check out my creme brulee toppers video linked above. I hope you give this recipe a try, treat yourself, and enjoy.